Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay cast. As once again we have a very interesting engagement here in between two pro players from the South Korean scene, from the ladder scene actually, from 2024. Very good games here recently onto this channel, as we have spawning here in the upper left in the yellow. It is once again a barcode account here. I believe it's 15 barcodes, so it's not Beast, so I don't know who exactly this pro gamer from South Korea. Maybe it is Bisu, who knows, maybe he has another account with 50 barcodes. And his opponent, of course, here in the upper right, in the brown, it is Flash with his AK here, with his barcode and the W behind. So yeah, once again, Protoss versus Terran. Flash is quite struggling in the late games here versus the Protoss, as the Protoss have found, of course, a nice counter towards the Terran with the massive shuttle gameplay, with those drops, with the river drops, with the drops onto the tanks. So very new strategies here for the Protoss versus the Terran. Let's just see how Flash is going to do this time versus all of those tricks from the Protoss. We have very normal build orders here, one pylon for the Protoss, and we have the supply depot for Flash, and his barracks are very far outside here from his base, so he's very likely going to continue with a wall of fear, and the Protoss continue with a gateway. But hold on, actually he is saving some minerals. So this could be a very greedy gameplay here by him. I believe he's going straight into a fast expansion. So yes, indeed, quite a greedy gameplay here. Not that risky given the fact that it is a 4 spawning location map. But of course, if the Terran is lucky and scouts it out first, he can immediately punish it with some bunkers, with some marines, and even with some SCVs. So yeah, let's have a look what is going to happen here. Flash, I did cast a game with him, doing a bunker rush with 8 SCVs, with 5 marines and 2 vultures. So if he's lucky, he might still reach it on time, but the gateway has already started producing. Very soon the cybernetic score is going to get added, as even the Protoss is now moving out onto the map to scout it out. So yeah, pretty normal stuff here by Flash. No gas yet for him. Let's have a look at the Protoss. Also no gas. Island right next to this pass right here, as now the SCV is very likely going to move forward, and is still, I believe it's still time for a bunker rush, but Flash would have to pull some SCVs out. He sees now the timing from the expansion. Let's have a look if there's going to be a reaction at home. He's sending already out a marine. The second marine is also getting out, so perhaps he knows his adversary here. Perhaps he knows that it is a very greedy gameplay here by him, and he is indeed pushing with a bunker. So the bunker might get cancelled, it might get pushed very far out, as the probes are getting now pushed here out for the Protoss. Or at the same time, it also could be a fake attempt here by Flash, just to pull those probes from the opponent. But it looks like he really wants to finish it, and even a Zealot is getting brought forward, and even the SCV. So quite a chaotic scene early on, as we do see damages happening here left and right. But I believe the Protoss will be able to hold this. The Zealot gives good cover fire, and let's see, Flash of course tries to kite his marines back and forward. The Zealot is now getting cut back, so this could be very good for Flash. Snipes the Zealot, and with that he is quite in the advantage, as the marines also have been taken out here by the probes. So more and more Zealots are being brought here forward, more and more marines. SCVs are falling left and right, probes are falling here, so quite nice stuff here by both players, as the Zealot seems to have been surrounded once again, but the bunker is pretty much exposed, and with that I believe the Protoss should be able to hold. He will be able to snipe the bunker. It's really important. Another probe has been sniped, but the Zealot is now able to take care of this. So once again, a very aggressive move out here by Flash versus the opponent. At the same time, he also has an expansion, of course, reacting towards the expansion from his opponent. So crazy aggressive gameplay here in 2024 September, I believe this game has been played, so quite recent replays here onto this channel. The bunker is out, and we are slowly but steadily turning into finally a normal gameplay here by the two pros, as we have the cybernetic score for the Protoss. Let's check Flash. This should be his factory. So yeah, slowly but steadily we are coming back to a normal gameplay. However, this probe right here could add a pylon. He could actually build a robotics facility bay here. And no, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to expand here. A nice hidden expansion this time here for the Protoss. So quite a interesting build order here for him, as Flash just keeps on scouting the map. very much here. So he is, like I told you, very likely knowing his opponent here. He knows that he's a tricky game player, scouting the map, hiding his expansions all over the map. Perhaps the lower left part would have been much better for him. But yeah, the SCV is scouting, of course, and I believe a vulture with speed can also nicely scout the map from the opponent. Let's have a look at the base right here. There's another pylon, so he's preparing a wall off. And we see a robotics facility right here as the SCV. Is he going into the 6 o'clock position mode? No, he's just checking the other proximity. Let's check Flash's main once again. This should be his second factory. And yeah, he's still scouting the map, not knowing that there is another expansion nicely hidden into this place, as the first Dragoons are also getting produced here by the Protoss. So yeah, what a risky move here by the Protoss, and I believe he's going to allow this expansion to finish. But of course the vultures, 2 vultures actually with speed, can pretty much punish this, unless there are some forge with some cannons here for the opponent. So in comes the SCV. The entrance is nicely blocked by the zealots, so no chance here for Flash to scout the map. And the Dragoons really wants to take out this SCV right here. Flash somehow luckily making the out, so he might be even more luckier with that, as he might go towards the expansion right here. So it would have been really important for the Protoss to snipe this SCV. Perhaps this is going to cost him, but the Dragoon is moving out, however, into the wrong direction, as the SCV just keeps on scouting for any other expansions from the opponent. We do have some siege tanks, we have some Goliaths for the Terran here as well. 2 factories, range and weapons, 1 for the tanks. And hold on, actually the SCV is now moving forward and he will be able to scout this. So this is actually huge here for Flash. He can immediately punish it with some vultures. Even some tanks can already move out, backed up by the Goliaths, as we have an observer here for the Protoss. So like I told you, quite a risky gameplay here for the Protoss. He now has to defend 2 bases. One, however, is very far out, and he might have to block the entrance here with some pylons, with some cannons very soon, as there is a forge now finally getting produced. So I believe with that the Protoss is very likely going to build some cannons here. He has to build some cannons here to protect it. In the meantime, Flash also expanding into this location and adding a starport, so we might see some science vessels very soon for him, as the operates keep continuing here. Speed for the vultures, mines for them, and we also have a move out here by the Protoss with his Dragoons. So very soon we might see an attack by him versus Flash. Let's just see what's going to happen here, as the Dragoons will now try to, of course, inflict damage towards the vultures, but it's fast feeding vultures, and now finally the Protoss has to react. He has to block the entrance with some pylons, as in come the vultures, but the pylons are only getting produced here, so Flash might attack them. Let's see what's going to happen. Another expansion here in the meantime for the Protoss, so quite a greedy gameplay here by him. I believe Flash could punish this with a move out with the tanks, with the Goliaths very soon. The vultures are still leaving some mines out on the map, and yeah, the observers are coming here forward to snipe them very soon. We also have weapons 1 here for the Protoss, another armory here for the Terran, interesting enough, so he really wants to go heavily into those upgrades. 2 armories actually here for Flash to gain more and more of an advantage here for his mech units for those upgrades. Weapons 1 are going to get finished very soon. Same can be said here for the Protoss. 5 more gateways here for him, so he's going really heavily into those gateway units, given the fact that he has all of those workers, 70 of them all around the map. Very nice greedy gameplay here by him, but let's see if Flash is going to find the courage to punish this and to move out with his tanks very soon versus the opponent. We're about to find out what exactly his plans are. A turret is getting built here just in case there are some DTs, but in the end Flash playing very defensively, staying back a little bit. And actually we do have a dropship, so no science vessel here for him. Straight dropship harassment, and of course it makes sense given the fact that this expansion right here is pretty much exposed. And actually the Protoss did wall off himself here, so he can't defend versus this dropship. A very logical answer here by Flash versus the opponent. And what exactly can the Protoss do against this? Pretty much nothing. Only this one cannon is going to fight, only the probes are going to fight here, so Flash with a very smart move, he's scanning the area, sees only one cannon. Luckily for him, it's only one cannon. Yeah, in comes the drop with the tank actually sieging up here, and the vultures are in the front. So yeah, with that, the Protoss immediately abandoning this base. Cannon is going to be taken out very soon, but hold on, actually a nice counter attack here. So the probes are pretty much blocked here in, pretty much trapped. So Flash with the fast speeding vultures punishing here the Protoss. Finally, the Protoss has fallen towards 58 workers, 1 vulture or 2 is getting snapped, but of course the real damage is against this Nexus. The Protoss is going to lose an important base right here. I don't know why exactly he chose to go there, but of course I'm sure he has his reasons. But with that, he's going to be a little bit behind. He invested so much into those pylons, into the Nexus. Finally the Protoss is going to be able to walk here forward, but hold on, his Nexus is still left alive by Flash, and with that the Protoss has to rebuild some of the probes right here. So quite interesting stuff. At the same time, we see another move out here by Flash going straight towards the other expansion points. There are some zealots out here for the Protoss with weapons to upgrade. There are some nice scans going out, and we even have High Templars here with those mines all over the place here, but the Protoss should be able to clear this out with his observers. So let's see if the Protoss is going to move out, as he's almost getting maxed out here. So Flash might be in some trouble very soon, as once again we did see some of those shuttles. Yeah, there it is once again, the reaction for the Protoss. 4 High Templar Storms and 4 Zealots here for him. So this can be quite a deadly move out here by the Protoss. We've seen this before. 2 shuttles, 3 would have been better. Speed for the shuttle would have been even better. So the Protoss perhaps would have been, of course, in a better situation with that speed for the shuttle. It's really, really important to have speed, and we are about to see an attack very, very soon. Of course, first the Zealots will be dropped into those mines, into the tanks, and yeah, here we go. In comes the shuttle. No speed. Finally, the Zealots do fall here. Other Zealots are in the front. Lots and lots of damage being taken left and right. Pretty good storms. Another great storm here, and actually so many storms here against the tanks, but they're nicely getting spread out. So all that is being left here for the Protoss are the Dragoons and the High Templars, but in the end, perhaps it would have been better for him to wait for the reinforcements. And this just shows how important, speed for the shuttle is. I believe with speed, he would have been so much better. He could have dropped so many more Zealots right here. And in the end, I don't really think he should have abandoned this game. His economy was still good. He had so many bases, but perhaps he was tired and so on. So Flash holding his ground, of course, in the end proving to be stronger. But like I told you, the Protoss shouldn't have left this game. I still think he had a chance. Look at this one, Templar even having energy for another storm, and the shuttles with speed would have been really, really deadly here. But the Protoss deciding actually not to attack with speed, and it just shows how important it would have been. 2 shuttles are good, but like I told you, 3 or 4 would have been even better, because the first 2 could have dropped the Zealots straight into the tanks, and the other shuttles could have, of course, dropped some High Templars with Zealots here and just pretty much obliterated the tanks in a better position. So yeah, quite a little bit of a sloppy attack here, but in the end, a great macro game by the Protoss. And yeah, with that, Flash this time taking this game, a very, very close game. Oh, sorry, I wanted to look at the stats there, but yeah, still a very, very close game in the end. Flash winning it, not convincingly, very defensively, and the Protoss deciding to just abandon the game. So yeah, still a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's Tommy signing out.